Wales has been very honest about her ongoing battle, of course. I really hate that phrase, actually, don't you? I think journey is a better phrase, whatever. Anybody who's out there going through the same thing, it's not a battle. I mean, it is internally, of course, but really, you don't want to be a victim. You just want people to treat you the same, hopefully give you some support when you need it, and more importantly, if they've got the time and the energy and the ability to look after you. It's about the cups of teas, isn't it? The sits together, the natters, all that sort of stuff. Talking through whatever's on your mind, because that's really the big concern. But as we often say here on the show, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, recently, as we know, last week released this wonderful picture, which showed her at least looking back into sort of rudimentary health. I thought she looked terrific in this picture, in fact. And then we saw her in the flesh at Trooping of the Colour. But it's interesting with Catherine because the bottom line is, you know, she's a little bit like His Majesty the King. They won't be told. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you today. Thank you as ever for your time, and as ever, thank you for joining me. Glad to have your company. Are you all right? If you're going through something similar like Catherine, do remember it's all about pacing yourself. Nobody's rushing anybody. You know, I often say this to friends who are going through terrible medical situations. Just take your time, sit back, you know. It's just because one person's doing better than you maybe or not, then it's not a race, is it? It should always be about how you feel on the day. Catherine, as I say, was very revealing in that letter, I felt. Possibly more revealing than any other senior role has been for a long time. But you see, the problem that you have with somebody like Catherine is, as she said, she has good days and bad days. And I was told after Trooping the Colour, Catherine really was exhausted. We told you about the emotional tears after the event, and that's naturally bound to happen. There she is, once again with her beautiful 3 children in a carriage alongside her loving husband on the balcony, and the world is looking at you. And you know that the world is thrilled to see you back. It does become quite emotional. There's no two ways about it. But I was told from an excellent source that Catherine, in fact, felt invigorated by this return. I think we might call it, now I don't have this often, as you can imagine, but euphoria. It's great, isn't it? You feed off the energy of the crowd. And there was a discussion that Catherine felt that maybe she could even now put an appearance at the Order of the Garter, which is, of course, a yearly celebration. And once again, coming so soon after Trooping of the Colour, a wonderful spectacle held in the very heart of Windsor. I was told Her Majesty the Queen, it was one of her very favourite events, and you can see why when you look at all the wonderful footage. But of course it was down to Catherine whether she wanted to attend in a smaller capacity than normally would be. But apparently yesterday, as I say, it engulfed her, tiredness naturally, and it was really under the instruction, I've been told, of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, that said, look, you know, enough. You know, you've done that, it's fine, there's no rush. But the problem is, as I say, when you have a situation like that with somebody like Catherine, clearly she was invigorated by that return. She wants to get back to work, she wants to be doing things that she did before. But as she says, it's all down to her medical team. And as we all go through this, you know, whatever we're having problems at the time, everything can be masked, can't it, with good makeup, lighting, whatever. It's how you feel inside. And I'm sure everybody here on the channel would want to say the same thing. Catherine, there's really no rush. It was lovely to see you back. We're glad to see you looking a lot better, and more importantly, superbly fabulous in that outfit, I might add. But there's no need to rush. And also, when you think about it, it's a push of the media, isn't it? When will we see you back again? Will it be Wimbledon? Will it be this? It must be very hard to be in her position, wanting to please, as she seemingly wants to do, so many people. So we'll reiterate it again. We're good and ready, Mum, whenever you are. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.